Give your arms and the legs a shake. And then lifting the heels up a little bit, bounce up and down. And then we'll roll the shoulders back. Lift the raw forwards. Morning, Hamish.
Morning.
And then put the chin down and then circle the head. The other way. And then put the hands together, wrists and ankles. Circle the other way. Other side. Change direction again. And then lift the arms, lift the heels. Reach the palms up. And then bring the arms down. And then turning the body. Hands on the hips and circle. Then the other way. Stretch down, look down at the floor, and then bend the knees slightly, come back, arch the back, look up at the ceiling. One more. Come back. Straighten up and then put the feet together, circle the knees. And the other way. Give you so much. Okay, we're going to do standing meditation today. Put the feet close-ish together, no more than about a fist's distance between your feet. Keep the weight on the balls of the feet. Relax your arms by your side. Tuck the chin in slightly. And then, as we always do, feel like a piece of string is pulling you up from the top of the head. So if you go to the top of each ear and draw a line straight up where the fingers meet, that's where you're lifting from. Or feel like you have a book or something on the top of the head you're trying to hold, or something just above your head you're trying to reach up to. However way you're thinking of it, just the top of the head lifts and pulls the spine up. And feel like if in your daily life you feel like your vertebrae compress, here it's like pop, 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 pop. They all kind of expand, stretch up. stretching out. So feel the spine straightening. When we do our Qigong and Tai Chi practice, meditation practice, if you can't feel it, imagine it, or put your mind in that area. So with the mind focusing on the spine, lengthening and straightening. When we do our Qigong Tai Chi practice, in order to really relax the body, so in order to relax the muscles, our posture needs to be good. Good posture depends on the spine. Spine in the correct position relies on the top of the head. So actually all of our relaxation depends on this position. And then you want to carry that through into your everyday life. So when you're walking around, when you're standing around, even when you're sitting, this relaxed upright posture leading from the top of the head. Remember that the weight stays through the balls of the feet. And when you start to relax, feel like the body is very aligned. So balance left and right, balance forwards and backwards. So it doesn't feel like one shoulder is higher than the other. With the weight distribution, the weight's not coming up forward onto the toes or back onto the heels, in the middle of the foot. In this position with the feet quite close together, remember I said about a fist's distance between the feet, it's trickier for the balance. But the more you relax, the more you rely on the top of the head leading the spine and the spine holding up the body, the more stillness you'll feel in the movement. You won't need to make so many kind of small movements to adjust your position. Feel like relaxation in the arms, and the heaviness of the muscles in the arms pulls the shoulders down and forward. Because we're focusing on being held upwards from the spine and the top of the head, less pressure through the legs. Less pressure through the legs, try to relax the muscles in the thighs. Relax around the hips and the lower back. Then we're going to bend the knees slightly. Just to bend the knees, not to the point, we're not trying to strengthen the muscles in the legs, we're just trying to soften the stance. So it's just a small bend of the knee to soften the stance. The knees bend and the hips relax. When the hips relax, the weight of the pelvis pulls the lower part of the spine down. So the tailbone is being pulled down, top of the head is lifting up. So the spine stretching up and down. So the upper body still feels like it's being suspended from above. The lower body now feels heavier, relaxed and heavy, more weight sinking down through the feet. Try to relax your hips, so even in this position you can feel some lightness and some movement, or some ability to move the pelvis. If you ever suffer from pain in the hips, tightness in the lower back, issues around the area, this one's a really good exercise to practice. It takes a little bit of time sometimes to get the feelings I'm talking about, that can really help with lower back issues. And the top of the head pulls up. Bend the knees, relax the hips, let the pelvis pull the tailbone down. Then we put the feet to shoulder width. Shoulder width or a little bit narrower, a tiny bit narrower. When we bend the knees this time, the pelvis rolls back, so the lower back is flat. Top of the head still lifting up. Here, I want to work on relaxing the hips, still feeling the pelvis is pulling the tailbone down, tailbone pulling down pulls the spine down from the bottom, top of the head from above. Check the weight on the feet isn't too far forward or too far back, knees bent. Make sure you're not feeling in the knees. If you feel it in the knees, you can come up slightly or just check the weight distribution on the feet. Chin tucked in a little bit, so the neck is straight. You could run the hands up and down the neck, check it straight. Run the hands up and down the lower back, check it straight. Your glutes should feel soft and relaxed. triangle position, so standing like a tree or standing like a post. So you should be very, very familiar with this one right now. Circle in front of you, hands at chest level. Let the elbows sink a little bit, but not too much. But imagine you've got heavy elbows or small weights attached to the elbows that pulls the arms and the shoulders down and forwards. If you feel like your shoulders are closer to your ears than your body, just let them sink and relax. When I'm teaching this in class and I'm adjusting position, one of the most common corrections I give is just to hold the hands and say, relax the shoulders. So imagine I'm holding onto your hands, relax the shoulders. Sometimes, an inch or two they can drop. With the top of the head pulling up, feel like the chest and the upper back are quite empty. So nothing there, very light, very empty. The lower body, so sort of from mid-thigh downwards, feels heavy. So heavy rooted legs pressing down to the ground. So the middle of the body can feel light and flexible. Like if you wanted to move, we can move that area easily. Because there's no tension in the area, there's no pressure in the area, because you're lifting from the top and pulling down from the bottom. So that area just feels a little bit stretched. We can also use the standing meditation to directly help our relaxation with our Shibashi Three practice. So if you remember the move we did yesterday, parting the horse's mane, we're going to do a little standing meditation in that position. So have the feet shoulder width, and we'll put the left hand up like this. So my left wrist is turned a little bit, not too much. I really feel it in the wrist, but it's turned slightly. My arm is up like this, like a wing. Yeah. So we've gone like this. The right palm is pressing down to the side, but the arms are in front of me. They're not to the side like here. To the side, a little bit in front. So I've done this move. Remember, I shift a little bit of weight to the left arm up, right arm down. So I've got maybe 60-70% of weight on the left leg. Left arm up, right arm down. Close your eyes. So the temptation here is to tighten up in the leg that's got a bit more weight. So check your weight distribution. Still trying to keep the hip relaxed, thigh relaxed. Feel like any tension, any strength, any power is going into the bone, so it's the bone structure that's holding the body up. This left arm that's up, you can guess what I'm going to say. Imagine like a piece of string is holding the arm up. So you're not using your shoulder, chest, upper back, upper arm to hold the arm up. Imagine you're on on public transport and you're holding on to one of the rails if you're standing. You just hold on, don't you, and the rest of the arm relax. You don't tense up like this. So it's similar sort of thing. You just don't have a rail to hold on to. But your arms up, suspended up, and everything else is relaxed. And then to the other side. If you're not too familiar with the last move we did, yesterday's lesson is on the YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel is Mark Tai Chi, so you should remember that one. Okay then, feet back to parallel, arms down. Remember, as you bend your knees here, roll the pelvis back slightly. Keep the arms relaxed by your side, but just meditate for another minute. And then slowly open your eyes. And then breath in. And out. And do it a few times. And then circle the arms in front of you, into the chest, and then down. Straighten the legs as the arms come out and into the chest. And the knees, push the hands down. Couple more. And relax. Okay, thank you very much everyone. Have a good day.